Okay, guys, so watch this video for Monday, July 3rd. The market closes at 1 tomorrow, and it's closed on Tuesday altogether. So we're talking about a very low volume day. I am going into tomorrow. If I can catch a morning trade, great. If not, I'm not going to force anything. So my expectations are really for this whole week that it's going to be low volume, and I am not trying to make a killing. If I can make a few bucks here and there, I will. But, you've got to have volume, and a holiday week can be dangerous because you don't have enough volume to move things. So just keep that in mind. Another quick request to retweet the tweet that this video is mentioned in. I appreciate the retweets. It helps spread the word. And one quick reminder that we have our July 4th sale on our trading course and our chat room. The deals don't get much better than this ever. So if you've been on the fence about joining our chat room, and remember, we have a chat room where we actually make our calls and our trade ideas before they trigger, before we enter them. We give you the idea. We tell you what we're looking at. It's never hey guys, I just bought this stock and now see if you can get it where I got it. That just doesn't happen in our room. So we are extremely different from 99% of the rooms out there. And if you've been considering it all, July 4th is a great time to get on board because you won't find better prices from us going forward in a long time or maybe ever. Okay, so you can tell Friday was, Friday before a holiday weekend basically, and it was just a very narrow range. Although, and I wasn't there Friday, I had Friday off, but it did have a little bit of chaos selling, it looks like, at the end of the day. But overall, you look at the daily, the SPY is still just chopping sideways, near all-time highs, so we just go ahead and start our list here. I'm going to start with a penny stock, DCTH, because I like this tight flag that it's forming here. I don't have a trigger price, I just want to watch it. The 2-day high, 21.5, I don't know, if it can get up near 22 cents, this thing might break that flag and break out. Again, will it happen on a holiday, half day? I doubt it, but keep that in mind. VUZI, I drew a trend line here so you can see it's kind of trying to break this trend line. And then it's been going sideways for about, 3 weeks, and then nice volume on Friday and possible breakout of this area to the upside. So the longer term chart looks good and the shorter term chart looks good. So let's keep our eyes on VUZI. CRZO, my only problem with this one is that it's up 2 days in a row. Great volume the last couple days. If you go to a weekly, this looks really pretty though, right? It looks like it took out these lows, but then had a massive volume rebound, and it looks like it may have put in a short-term bottom. But on the daily, you can see that it's been running for 2 days. So keep this one on your radar. I don't know that tomorrow is the day to play it. I'd like to see this maybe go sideways for a few days and keep your eyes on oil. If oil breaks, this is a good one to watch. SPEX, very weird chart here because it went from $1 to 475 in about 3 sessions, and now is at 260. So crazy action. Whoops, sorry about that. Crazy action, but worth watching. As a day trader, if I can get something to make a 10 or 15% move in 5 or 10 minutes, which wouldn't be uncommon for this thing with the right setup, I can make some pretty good money in a very short period of time. So VIPS goes on bounce watch. It's just down to support and had pretty good volume on Friday. But it has really good support at this 1050 area, right? It pierced below it a little bit here, and here. But it's come a long way to get here in big volume. I think that's a great bounce setup on Monday. That's VIPS. CBI had this huge move, and now it's just kind of flagging. Sold off a bit on Friday, which, I like this one. I mean, I'd like to see it really come down to the 8 or the 20-day moving average, and it might just meander and chop around until then. But this one's worth watching. It's kind of at 3-day support, so keep it on watch. NXTD, another weird chart like Specs, right? Because you had this huge move, and it basically retraced all of Thursday's move on Friday, but it's still nicely above where it started from. So it might be a good candidate if it can get down, near the 8 or the 20. Might be a good candidate for an intraday reversal setup. So let's keep our eyes on that one. RWLK was on bounce watch going into Friday, and it just remains on bounce watch. Right? It had a really nice move, and now it's back down at the 20-day. We'll watch that one for a turn up. NSPR, nice breakout on 2.2 million shares on Friday. Really nice support below. Just looking for a continuation on that one on Monday. DRWI. I don't love this one. It had a nice pop on Thursday and an inside day on Friday, but it almost round trips, which makes me like it less. But at the end of the day, it did get, you can't even really see it, never mind. Thought it had a little pop at the end of the day, but maybe it didn't. Anyway, we'll keep our eyes on it. It's one of the lower float stocks if low floats get going. And that does happen sometimes on holiday weeks. So that's kind of why I've got some of these penny stock and low float stocks on watch, because sometimes they get just plumb stupid on holiday weeks. So they're worth watching. ORPN, kind of another example, nice breakout coming out of nice support, nice extra volume, so maybe a red to green in that one. ZN, keep our eye on oil again this week, but you had this huge spike that went all the way to 395. It's put in a lower high now at 372. You go to 15s, this one did have a nice pop on an intraday basis on Friday, then came back down and just chopped sideways. So here it is on 60s. I mean, it's definitely kind of climbing and coiling. I don't really have a trigger price for you. I'll have to watch it trade, but that is worth watching. To me, it's still a little bit extended, but we'll see. And lastly, I have CXRX, which broke over this $1.51 that it hit on June 22nd. Kind of flagged since then, and then broke that on Friday. A little extra volume. You look to the left, there's not a lot in the way. This one could be a good continuation play on Monday. We'll also scan the market and the pre-market for gappers. Love to see some new faces in the chat room, so take advantage of that July 4th sale that's going on right now. And I think you'll see a whole new way to look at the market, and I think you'll enjoy being in a chat room that the ideas are given out ahead of time before we buy them, right? Novel concept, but that's how all chat rooms should be, all right? Enjoy. If you don't join, or if I don't see any of you members on Monday, have a great 4th, and we'll see everybody by Wednesday, all right? Talk to you later.